Welcome back, learners. In this session, we are going to discuss another functional level strategies under strategic management, and that is marketing level strategic plans. In the last session, we have seen financial level strategic plans. So, when we talk about organizational various departments, marketing is one department that fetches demand for the organization's product. So once the products are ready, to whom you are going to sell. Of course, when the sales is been forecasted, demand is been forecasted, the production is happening accordingly. We will in this session know about what are various marketing strategies adopted by all the organization and how they are implemented. We are also going to see what is the difference between the physical and non-physical goods or services, and how the companies face the challenges, what are the strategies for both of these categories. So let us discuss with the definition of marketing. Friends, marketing is often considered as a selling activity, which is not. Selling is just a part of whole marketing management process. So what is marketing management? In managerial terms, we will say that marketing management is a managerial activity of identifying needs and wants of the prospective customers and designing goods and services to satisfy those wants and needs profitably. If you break this definition into parts, you would definitely observe that I have talked about managerial activity, first thing. Then identification of wants and needs. Wants and needs of the human being are unlimited, but identifying them suitably as per your own capacities of production and catering, and also targeting those wants and needs so that your products will get sale is also important. So identification is there of wants and needs. Another thing we had talked about, suitably designing. So suitability is also important, otherwise the firms would keep producing such products which are not suitable or which are outdated, out of fashion, so they won't get sale. So suitably designing the goods and services to satisfy those wants and needs profitably. So satisfaction is also important. If the goods are not satisfying the customers, they will not feel the value for their money is being received, and slowly the product's sale will decrease. So that satisfaction is also has to be there, which eventually builds the quality and loyalty and also goodwill for the firm. So suitably designing goods and services. Profitability is also important because that is the primary objective for which the firm comes into an existence. So this is a definition of marketing. Now, after understanding what marketing management process is, let us understand where the organization needs it. So when organization defines its goals and objectives and comes into existence with a motive and a vision, the next thing it does is it plans for few things. It plans actually its all resources. So in finance we have seen all the resources and its planning strategies. In marketing it has to see what kind of product it is having and where it wants to sell. So first thing that happens in this whole process is segmentation. Segmentation is nothing but identification of such markets and breaking them into characteristics and homogeneous requirements so that there will be a particular group identified for which you will be selling your product. So suitably designing. So again, let us come back to the definition of marketing management, that suitably designing. So first identification is necessary and then suitably the products will be designed. So here in segmentation that identification part happens. The segments can be various. It can be a product range for male and female. It can be for children, adults or old age. This is also one segment. The segments by many conglomerate companies. Those are daily soaps, detergents, shampoos. So we are talking about personal care products, or there will be consumer durables. Segment can be any segment which a company can identify for itself, and the characteristics and homogeneity in these segments are identified. Once the company identifies this segment that which it wants to cater, for example, Dove came up first time with the creaming bar soap. So that was the bathing soap, and what was the segment? It was promoted as a cream bathing bar. So who would like to use that cream, and what they portrayed through their advertisements? That was a strong message that positions that brand into the viewer of the advertisement. So the segments are defined, and the segments also must have attractiveness and targets. So if you are producing some soap bar, it has to be sold out. Now the segments attractiveness, in the previous classes of our strategic management we had talked about industry's attractiveness. So is the industry is attractive? That means are people in those industries making profits, and is it easy to enter into that particular market? We had talked about airline industry and also soft drink industry. So when we talk about FMCG product, the licensing and manufacturing is nowadays easy, and the entry barriers are less. So it is easy. So how the attractiveness of the market is, that has to be identified. So segmentation process, after that the targeting happens. In targeting, what we do is identifying the group of prospective people or prospective customers and evaluating that segment's attractiveness and target. So for example, if we talk about Nagpur city or Wardha city, and we are trying to sell handmade sanitizers, so we will have to also keep in mind or evaluate how many units of sanitizers in a month we can probably sell in this month or in next month, and so on. The projections has to be ready with the seller. And the third stage is positioning. So this is nothing but the branding, and branding happens when identification of positioning concepts is been done, and selecting, developing and communicate that brand or that position to the minds of the customers. Friends, the beautiful and very prominent example of this is Tata Nano. When Ratan Tata had a vision to launch a car for a person of budgeted income or small income, he came up with Nano. But the way Nano was promoted created a blunder. It was promoted as a car for small income group people. That small income group, nobody wants to be live into. Nobody wants to be among small income group or budgeted or economic class. And that is why people pursue it. The car for small income group, and that one message was so subtle that people just didn't consider its utility at the first place, but that message was prominent in their mind. So this is what branding does for people. So positioning is very important. Why you are positioning? If you talk about Lux, the Lux in the initial years was promoted as Taro Ka Saundarya Sabun, right? So that was like, it was for stars. And slowly it came up. Nowadays, bas zara sa Lux. So eventually, gradually, over the years, they have shifted their targets and segments from stars to now every woman who wants to look beautiful, right? So this is how their segment expanded. So positioning plays a lot of role when we talk about building a brand in the minds of the customers, and positioning happens with the help of messages. Strong messages, those are communicated through them. So segmentation, targeting and positioning, this happens in marketing strategies. These strategies would differ for physical products and service products. Why this is so? Physical products can be standardized. So if a company is producing one soap, for every soap that is produced in a lot, the size, the color, the smell will be same. It cannot happen in the case of services. So physical goods are tangible, they can be stored, they can be labeled, but in the case of services it becomes difficult because those are non-tangible and those are perishable immediately. So if you want to hear the voice of Lata Mangeshkar has to sing, right? The doctor's services for every patient differs. They cannot be standardized because every patient is having different problem and every patient is have a different physical fitness. So the services of the doctor will differ, services of the teacher will differ. Even in the one classroom, teacher is teaching one topic, all the students sitting there would perceive it as per their levels. So this is also the scenario in case of intangible goods, or we say services. So let us discuss 4 P's and extended 3 P's, or in total 7 P's of marketing. So the sequence has to go like this: product, place, price and promotion. So first come products. What is you are going to sell, that has to be decided, and that product has certain levels I have noted down here. So it starts with a core level or core product, then it expands with core to basic, augmented and potential. So what is core product? So when we talk about a detergent soap, so what is the core benefit or core function of that soap? To wash, right? So this is very core, that a bathing bar should clean, detergent soap should wash and clean, and so on. So when we are talking about a service product like hospitality industry, and we go to restaurant, so the core product for the restaurant will be food, right? If we talk about hotels, then food plus accommodation and privacy. These are some core products. As the level increases, so as we go adding on values to these products or more features, their levels increase. So basic product, augmented and potential. So let us consider this same thing. Now Lux is there. So the basic work of a detergent soap is to wash, provide you hygiene and cleanliness. Then the company started adding fragrances, more flavors and versions came into them. So one who wants to use the soap in the summers, so there is mint and other variants. So when these variants come into the picture, those are coming into the picture because the targets and also the needs, exact needs are different for the customers, and that's why these products can play their role well, and those are getting sold also. So what other features the Lux would add? So it would add designs, it would add someone like Shah Rukh Khan in its advertisement, who is also promoting the soap, who is not the ultimate user, but he is playing some role there. Why these VIPs or celebrities are being used in the advertisements, that is also an important part, because they are the influencers of the target markets. So these are the 4 P's. So product, price, place and promotion. For pricing, the company may choose one of 4 of these pricing strategies. So you can see quality and price is being taken on the X and Y axis. So low price, low quality would be the economic products, and opposite to it, if the quality is high and pricing also is intended to keep high, then those are the premium products, and so on. Regarding place, so this is the 3rd P of the marketing mix. Place is creating the utility for the product in terms of time utility, place utility and possession also. So where the products will be available, that also matters. If the products are not easily available, they will not create the demand. And promotion. So what are the ways to promote? It depends completely on the nature of the product and what are the objectives of the organization. So any small company who is willing to sell its products only into local or regional market, the promotion strategies adopted by them would differ than that of MNCs who are using integrated marketing communication channels and they are combining all the promotion activities and selling their products. So these 4 P's, when we talk about, they are effective when it comes to market physical goods. Now in terms of services which are not tangible easily, it becomes difficult because they cannot be standardized, they cannot be stored. So where you could say that, okay, so when we talk about teaching as a service, the students have to come to classroom, or nowadays when there is a digitization, you have to have virtual classrooms present so that the customers, means the service provider and service receiver would meet at one point. Right. So people, process and physical evidence, these are the 3 extended P's in these marketing strategies. Who are the people? So that's why nowadays the people who are creating those services, for example, let us again come back to Google. For Google, its people are its human assets who are generating its services in terms of softwares, applications and so on. So people matter there. Where these people would provide their services would definitely have a physical evidence. So although the Google is serving or creating a search engine and other apps, those apps are designed somewhere and those apps are communicated through such channels. So all the infrastructure required for that has to be there, and the process. So there is a certain process, like even Google, when it provides services, what is the way? So you have to go to the internet and then access Gmail or other G Suite. So there is a particular process in terms of services provided by doctors. So there is a process of taking an appointment, meeting the doctor, getting the prescription, getting your medicines done and also reporting him if required. So this is the whole process when we say that the medical services are provided. So friends, this is why the extended 3 P's are required when we talk about marketing strategies. So, this is for all this session. Until and unless I bring you the next management lesson, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.